Where will Devonta Freeman play this upcoming season? You're watching NFL Daily by Chat Sports, and I'm Mitchell Renz. Today's show, I am going to tell you the top 6 teams that can go out and sign the free agent running back. We're talking about Freeman, though, because we got a little bit of a news update around him, and Freeman goes on to hire agent Drew Rosenhaus, and Drew Rosenhaus has been in the news maybe for another client that he no longer has anymore, but Rosenhaus goes on to say that we want to get a deal done in the immediate future. So as soon as I hear immediate future, I'm like, okay, Rosenhaus, you got my attention. He also goes on to say that his client, Devonta Freeman, is healthy and he's in shape, and I'm on a mission to have him have a team in late July. The reason why that is interesting, NFL training camp getting ready to start here around July 28th, but it's kind of hard to consider what exactly you're going to get out of this running back because he is getting up there a little bit of age. He's coming off a season where he averaged only 3.6 yards per carry, but the real asset and the way he's going to be able to help contribute to a team is out of the passing game, where I was actually pretty surprised. I was going back and I was looking at some of his stats. 59 catches last year with the Atlanta Falcons. So look for a team that's really trying to incorporate the passing game with their running backs, and the real reason why I do think that Freeman and a lot of some of these other backs are still unsigned. You don't know if they're 100% healthy, and the age and COVID, well, guess what? That's what we're dealing with here. So I tried to figure out the top 5 free agent running backs, and bear with me. I think it's Freeman, Miller, LaShawn McCoy. Those are probably your household names, if you will. Jonathan Williams, I did think stepped up and played okay last year for the Colts. And then you got Bilal Powell. I mean, hey, we're just grasping for straws here at the free agent running back market. The real message I was trying to send you is, in my opinion, Devonta Freeman is the clear-cut number 1 free agent back out there. So where exactly is he going to play in 2020? I mean, it's an interesting question. I do think that he can still bring a little bit to the table, but originally his old agent that he ended up firing, she tried to work on a deal for him to go to the Seattle Seahawks. He said, nope, I don't want to go to Seattle. They ended up signing Carlos Hyde. She fired him. So now he's in this situation. Maybe he goes to a team that's at number 1 on my list. Buffalo Bills here at number 6 of Devonta Freeman destinations. And they lost Frank Gore, and it's kind of crazy that Frank Gore's still playing in the NFL. Good for him, though. He's with the New York Jets. But I think he could be a nice little 1-2 punch with Devin Singletary. And if you're looking to maybe have a little bit of a bounce-back year, a lot of times having a mobile quarterback like a Josh Allen is going to help you do that. So you have Singletary, you have TJ Yeldon, and sure, they go out and draft Zach Moss this past NFL draft, but I still think that Devin Singletary and Devonta Freeman would be the 1-2 punch to look at. Now, he averaged 5.1 yards per carry, and Singletary, if you watch a lot of the videos that we make here at Chat Sports, he's my breakout candidate for Buffalo because this team is going to run the football. But it doesn't hurt to have extra depth, especially when you have an unproven young running back in Singletary, because he is the future of the Bills. You bring in a player like Freeman to just, once in a while, give him a little bit of a breath here. So I want you to do something right now because NFL training camp right around the corner. The season, fingers crossed that it's almost here. If you haven't already, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. We're dropping daily videos, 100% free at Chat Sports. And, oh yeah, we also go live every Monday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. All right, let's keep the show rolling here. At number 5, the New England Patriots. And I battled with the Patriots a little bit because I was like, yeah, do they really need another running back? But then, well, they kind of been bringing in players that used to be good, Cam Newton, and I think he would be a pretty good fit here with Bill Belichick because he just seems like that plug-and-play running back that they love to use him when every other coach in the NFL says, nope, this guy's not good anymore. Nope, I don't want him anymore. Belichick's like, all right, hold my beer. Let's go out and sign him. I'm going to show you that he can still get it done. So Freeman, to me, does still fit this offense because, sure, they're going to, I think, run the football a little bit more with Cam Newton, and you might not see so much of the dink and dunk, if you will, that you saw with Tom Brady. But Sony Michel has been battling the injury since his time with the Georgia Bulldogs. And James White, great pass-catching running back. But you still need to be able to have somebody that can run between the tackles. Now, let's not get it twisted. When fully healthy, Sony Michel, I think, is a very good running back. But he has not been able to prove that he is fully healthy. So you bring in Freeman. You kind of split some carries here with him. You also have players like Rex Burkhead. And if you play fantasy football, I mean, if you're looking for a headache, maybe going out and getting a New England Patriots running back is just the perfect way to get that headache. Let's now go to number 4. Oh, wait, I'm going to make you wait after this YouTube ad break. At number 4, it's the Los Angeles Chargers, and I'm a big fan of Austin Eckler, and I'm really excited to see how this Chargers offense moves the football without Phillip Rivers. So they obviously prioritized Eckler over Melvin Gordon, which I 100% think was the right thing to do. The Chargers, though, simply, they need more depth at running back, and whether it's Tyrod Taylor, whether it's Justin Herbert, you're going to have to really concentrate on running the football. And for the Chargers, you're probably going to lean on your running backs to catch the ball a lot, and that's what they've done basically the last 3-4 years. And I know Eckler can catch the ball. I think he is one of the best pass-catching running backs in the league. Justin Jackson, very good athlete. Kelly, I never really been a fan of him personally, so maybe you go out and you want to just make sure that Eckler, who you went out and paid 4 years, $26 million, can stay healthy for a full season. Because, yes, he's coming off a very good year. Yes, he deserves the paycheck that he got. But I am still not 100% sold on the fact that he's going to be able to handle more than 150, more than 175 carries. So you go out, get a veteran like Freeman, who's going to be a great complementary back to Eckler, who had 92 catches last year. And Eckler, Devonta Freeman, I don't really think then you'd be able to figure out exactly what the Chargers are going to be able to do. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure 100% what the NFL is going to do this year. One thing I do know is if you do your part, the easiest way to do that is by going to chatsports.com/NFL mask. The reason why I'm showing you these, because these will ship in 2 business days. So if you need a mask in 2 business days, I got you covered. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. It's at chatsports.com/NFL mask. It's only $14.99. If you see crazy Karen at Walmart not wanting to wear one, hey, be like, hey, Karen, watch Chat Sports and I'll get you a mask. Chatsports.com/NFL mask. And yeah, a lot of Dolphins fans I know we have here, and the cases keep rising there. Do your part. That's the message. Florida man, Jacksonville Jaguars, and they've been shopping Leonard Fournette, who, if you ask some of the Jaguars GMs, they might be saying Leonard Fournette's a bit of a Florida man right now. So he is entering the final year of his deal. He has missed 12 games in 3 seasons. Another running back that's been battling some injuries, but he's made it pretty clear that he's not really happy, and he kind of wants out if he can get out. The issue here with Fournette is, well, I don't know many teams that want to go out and trade for a running back who you're going to have to pay him quite a bit of money. So Chris Thompson, solid pass-catching running back, but besides Chris Thompson, who, again, is kind of a running back that gets injured a lot, not the best. So Fournette is coming off a season where he had over 1,000 rushing yards. He had over 300 touches, and throughout his career, he has struggled to stay healthy. He did stay healthy last year, but for Freeman and for his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, if they said, I just want my client to play, I want him to get on a team in the immediate future, if he signs a cheap deal, maybe to the Jacksonville Jaguars, it could be an interesting spot for him to end up actually getting some playing time. So Madden released its ratings, and I love how crazy people get over Madden. Tom, so I'm curious, what is Freeman's player skill rating? So if you think he's the worst player in the game, which I believe is a long snapper at 27 overall, I believe that's right. Source is close to me. So from a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the absolute best player in the game, what would you rank Devonta Freeman's skill? So 0 to 100. If you want to know what I think, you guys can find my IG below. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. At number 2, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when I think about the top 2 teams for Freeman, I think that they are in a clear tier of their own. If I was a fantasy football fan, which I am, this is the spot where I would want Freeman to go to. And if you remember about a month ago, there was a report out there that the Buccaneers have shown some interest in Freeman, and then he took to Twitter and said, hey, the Bucs can reach out to me directly. If they want to come and get me, I'm here. I'm ready to rock and roll. And when I think about the best chance for him to being able to start, this is it. I mean, this is the opportunity for Devonta Freeman to be able to play with Tom Brady, be able to win some football games, and get the most bang for his buck. I'm not a big fan of Vaughn coming out of Vanderbilt, and Ronald Jones, man, I have seen enough of Ronald Jones. Sure, he's coming off a better year, 4.2, but when you average under 2 yards per carry as a rookie, I've kind of seen everything I need to see. Plus, Peyton Barber was a better running back than Ronald Jones last year. The stats might not show it, but I watched the tape. I watched the film. So Ronald Jones, Devonta Freeman, if you were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, would you do it? I mean, they've been bringing in players left and right. Rob Gronkowski, they brought in Tom Brady. I like what they did with Shaq Barrett. But you still need a running back. You still need a running game. So who's the better guy? Type DF for Devonta Freeman or type RJ for Ronald Jones? The number one team here on my destinations for Devonta Freeman is the Philadelphia Eagles. So we made a Devonta Freeman destination video about a month ago. The Eagles were number 2. You know what? I'm going to bump them up now to number 1. So you lost Jordan Howard. You lost Darren Sproles this offseason. And what I've seen, Howie Roseman has been clearly in the market for a running back. They've talked to players like Frank Gore before he went to the Jets. They've also talked to LaShawn McCoy, and he'd be a nice backup to Miles Sanders. And no offense to Bart Scott and no offense to Clement, I still would rather have a player, Boston Scott, and I would rather have a player like Devonta Freeman. So Elijah Holyfield, maybe he'd be a better boxer. I'm not quite sure. But since out of Georgia, he's, again, not a player that I would really want to lean on. So Sanders, I do think, has a chance to break out. And when I looked at the latest odds for the team that had the best chance to go out and sign Devonta Freeman, it was the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 300. So those reasons are why I have the Eagles at number 1 on my Devonta Freeman rankings list. And if you've made it this far in the video, I just want to say I appreciate you. And if you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to Chat Sports, and you can yell at me in the comments. I can't wait to see it. Or if you want to get at me directly, hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365.